Hey everybody, Chris Petri here. Welcome. Hey, we're doing another Extreme Beginners series, drawing. We're doing drawing, pencil drawings, pen drawings. Are you drawing at home, in your studio, where you live? Whether it's morning, evening, afternoon. I hope you're doing some pen drawings, some pencil drawings, 10, 15 minutes a day. You'll hear me say that throughout the video. I really want to get that in your mindset, that you have to kind of get in there 10, 15 minutes a day to really boost your drawing skills. Because watercolor, we need to learn how to sketch a little bit and draw before we paint. So just to render our subject matter. So this is really important, 10, 15 minutes every day. We're going to show how we're going to do this simple scene here with a Sharpie marker. We'll do a light pencil drawing first, very light pencil drawing first to get our layout of our distant buildings here, and then our trees and a little bit of hills here in the foreground, and in the distance some hills, and then a little pond, creek type marsh area with some water and some reflections. And then we go over that with a Sharpie. So we'll have our Sharpie and we'll just use our Sharpie and we'll get in and we'll explain how we're going to do all our hash marks like so. We're doing hash marks everywhere, having a fun time. So let's get started. Okay, I'll be right back and we'll get started with our light pencil drawing. All right, so we finished. We saw the finished drawing, and now we're just going to start back up again here. We'll create our border. So I'm going to do just a light border like this with a pencil, just an office pencil here, like so. So this way we have our rectangle, our frame, picture frame, so so to speak. And again, we're just doing some simple, fun drawing to practice our skills. Drawing is really important with watercolor. At a minimum, we need to at least do light sketching to plan out our our drawings before we paint. So it's always good to practice your drawing skills. Don't worry about it in the beginning if you're just starting out, of course. And this is an Extreme Beginners series video and tutorial. Don't worry about it. You draw a little bit every day, 10, 15 minutes, and you'll be surprised. That really stacks up to a lot of great practice time. So if you think 15 minutes a day for a whole year, that's a lot of hours. So if you're just doing 10, 15 minutes a day of drawing like this, pick up anything, draw anything you can find, a roll of tape that you see around, put it on a table, draw that. You might see some paint, a tube of paint, put a tube of paint on the table, draw that. Draw anything you can see out the window, maybe any place you go. You might park in your car, lock the doors, be safe about it. Park in safe places like a parking lot. You wouldn't want to park anywhere on the roads or highways, anything like that. Always be very, safe when you're doing your drawing. If you're going to go outdoors and do things outside, if you go to a park, you might be on a nice bench. You can do some really good drawing there too. Your own backyard or your own place where you live nearby. So those are all great places when you go visiting to family members or friends' houses. You can do a little drawing, do some of their maybe some things in their yard. You might draw a tree or something. You just draw everything and anything all the time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, and you're really going to be incredibly surprised at how much progress you're going to make with your drawing skills. So now that we've said that, I'm just going to take a picture I see online, and I'm just going to draw that in pencil first, really lightly. Once you start getting the hang of drawing, you can just go right in with a pen, with an office pen or a Sharpie. I like to use Sharpies, but office pens work great too. You can use, I think black ink works the best. So if you're going to be doing pencil drawings and drawing with ink, I would do the black looks better, I think, the black pens. And you can use the medium point pens, and there's the really fine point pens. Those work great too. You can use them in combination, do some fine lines with a really fine pen, and then with a Sharpie you do some darker, heavier lines. So you can mix it up and have all kinds of fun with it. And we'll do more of that too on our Extreme Beginners here doing drawing. So this is just one of the many videos we're going to do where we can just all jump in and do some drawing together. Okay, so I'm just going to do like a city skyline here. And I'm going to do some buildings like this. Maybe there's a church spire here. I'm just going to do interesting horizon line here and some bushes and trees. And then maybe over here there's some more larger trees. I'm just going to lightly sketch some things in like this with my pencil, and we're going to go over this with our dark pen, our Sharpie marker. So I'm just doing a few trees over here on this side, and maybe some distant hills back here, like so. Maybe some more distant hills back there too. Okay, perfect. And then maybe if we wanted to, we can have a little bit of a foreground in front of this area here. So there's maybe some foreground things. Maybe there's a little bit of a pond or a lake over here, something like that. And that's all we really need, just to practice our drawing skills. So we did a light pencil line first. This way we can kind of do a bit of like tracing over the top. So we have our light pencil line in, and then we'll just start over here. And we'll just do the same thing. We're just going to trace over our pencil lines, like so. Forgive my my voice a little bit. I have a cold, so I'm kind of just trying to get myself back to 100% health. So I have a cold. I'm going to take some vitamin C, orange juice, rest. And so we'll do the trees here like so. And like 45-degree angles, and then there's some leaves and things on there too. And again, we're having fun. That's the main thing. So we're just again tracing our lines. I'll do these trees kind of loosely with some leaves and things like that here and there, not filling it all in, leaving some air space there. And some more, maybe these are more in the foreground here. Maybe it's a little windy over here, so the trees are a little bit leaning on this way, this leaning to the right a little bit there. Maybe there's a little one here too, another tree. That one's kind of more straight. There's some smaller ones here. So I'm just doing a few trees. Again, we're just practice drawing, and then we're going to go across and do our little bit of foreground here. And then maybe there's like a little bit of a lake here, or a pond, or a little river, or some creeks and things, and marshes. So we have that. And then the other stuff in the foreground here, we just do some light indications of lines, like so. And again, we're just practicing our drawing skills, so we're not doing a finished painting or anything. We're just drawing, having some drawing time to brush up our skills with drawing, practice seeing things. So we're doing that, putting some leaves on the trees here. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then we can darken up maybe some of these areas here. So we might just shade in these areas with our pen, and we just practice shading. You know, you can go different ways, like so. Maybe some up and down shading, side to side. You know, just fill some stuff in. Again, just practicing using the pen, the Sharpie marker here. We have the church spire here. There's a church in the distance back here. So we have that. We can make that more square. Some darker shading in there too. So I hope you're going to try this out. And this is only 10-15 minutes. That's all you have to do is 10-15 minutes. You know, you use a Sharpie marker. You can use an office pen. You can just use a pencil. If you want to just use a pencil to do this, that's fine. And you'll be surprised. It's a great way to practice. You have fun. Then you can maybe, if you like, you can maybe the next day or after a few days or a week, you can take this same pen drawing and then do the same drawing over again in pencil, and then you can paint it with watercolor. So you can actually, and at that point, when you do that, you're going to realize it's so much easier to do this scene when you draw it the second time, because you've already drawn this one time with your pen drawing, just for fun, getting some ideas down like so. Then you go the next week, let's say, or in 2 weeks, or in a day or two, whatever your schedule is. You know your schedule and what you have to do, and if you can make the time, you do it. If not, you got to wait. take some time and wait for your next opportunity. You can do a nice pencil drawing using this same drawing here that we're doing in pen, and you can do a painting. Create your own colors. And then over here, we said this was going to be the foreground, so just a little bit of a feeling of some grass. So I'm just going to, just very lightly, just put some light lines like that. We're almost completed now. We're almost finished. And then this is going to be the water, so maybe there's some reflections there off in the distance. Who knows? Like that. And we just do some darker shading around the water, and that'll make that water area, that pond or marsh water, look a little more noticeable in this drawing, this pen drawing. So I'm just doing some angular hashing, like so. Like that. And you can do some darker areas here and there. Doesn't have to be dark everywhere, maybe a couple spots. We go a little darker, like little intermittent spots here and there. You might make some darker spots on the paper just to make it a little more interesting. Like that. Like that. And I'm just kind of making angles into the picture a little bit, almost like a grid, angling into the painting. And then of course we have the water, and we can have some little reflection type things on the water here. And I'm going to make a little bit of maybe some hills here in the middle distance. So these might be some hills that are sort of in front of quite a bit in the middle distance, not the far, like these buildings and church and everything. They're in the far distance, and then maybe these hills here. We'll just darken these up a little bit. Maybe these hills here are they're closer to us in this picture, so they're a little more darker. You can kind of keep that in your mind. Things are more darker and richer in color the closer they are, and then as they go into the distance, they're cooler and lighter. So these distant mountains in the back here, they're really very, very light. I'll just put a little bit of shade on there like that. And I think over here too, let's do a few trees over here. A few more trees I thought might look good over here. And again, just having fun. Just scribbling on the paper, having some fun, making some notes here on the paper of some lines and fun things happening. And that's all. And that's 10 or 15 minutes, and you have a nice drawing here. So we have these trees in the middle distance here, closer to us. And if you want to just make them look a little better, you can do that. You know, they're just fun, scribbly type trees you can do. They're not the greatest, I admit, but just have fun and get some drawing time in, might as well, right? Just go for it. And these are maybe some shadows here. Maybe there's some shadows there, over here. So these look good on the water, kind of like reflections a little bit maybe. And I think we're good. And then the clouds, you can just do a couple, maybe angular, just a couple lines like that across the page, and that's good. All right, I'm just going to sign it. 2022. I I hope you'll do this. I hope you'll just do some sketching. Take 10, 15 minutes, have a fun time, have a blast, and then don't worry about it. Put this in a folder somewhere and forget about it. And you do another one the next day, and after that, you just keep filling up folders full of paper. This is just printer paper. So I'm just using regular printer paper here, nothing fancy, just to get some drawings in. And again, I'll just start another one tomorrow, 10 or 15 minutes. I just keep going like that every single day. And I'm working on some other things in my studio. I'm doing some figure work, so I'm doing some hands, and I'm doing some head, the head and the hands, facial features, and a couple books that I have. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sketching those every day, try to do it 10, 15 minutes every night. And sometimes a little more, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever I can do. And then it's the same thing the next day and the next day. And then sometimes I take a break for a couple weeks or whatever. And that's good too. Sometimes you just need to walk away from it and just do other things, like maybe organize the studio, watch some videos, just binge watch videos for a couple weeks and forget about drawing and painting for a while. You always got to come back to it, though. That's the thing. But if you do need a rest, you take your rest, whatever you need. The thing is, you just keep having fun and just realize you're in it for the long term. So you just take your breaks as you need them. Some people don't need many breaks. Some people might need more breaks. I've taken breaks many times for a month or two and not did really much, drawing and painting. And I just did, maybe I was looking through books and watching videos all the time on YouTube, or I have videos from DVDs that I've bought from many of the contemporary artists today, watercolor artists, so I have those. So I'm always, just trying to keep in the game, keep working hard at it. If I get tired, I take a rest, no problem. But I always know I'm going to come back and do some more work, do some more sketching. I'll be doing more drawings. And I hope you're going to take that same excitement and just do it yourself. Get in there 10, 15 minutes a day. That's the first part. And then you bump it up to like 20 minutes a day once you're kind of like 15 minutes is easy. You do that all the time. Then you say, I'm going to do a half an hour a day. And you just do that. And then again, adjust it and take breaks if you need to. But I hope everyone, you're going to have a great time of this, doing your pencil drawings, your pen drawings. We're using a pencil and a Sharpie here. And you can use office pens. What else do we have here? I use these two. These are the retractable pencils. These are excellent to use. These are fun. You don't have to worry about the sharpener. You just click a few times and you have a fresh pencil lead. And we'll see you on the next video, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. And I always remember to say, if you please consider subscribing. This way you get my videos every week. And you can join along with us. And again, I'm going to do more of these drawing videos here where we're just doing some real simple 10, 15-minute drawings. So look for those. Those will be coming out. And if you do subscribe and click notifications bell at the subscribe button, that way you'll be alerted that my new videos are coming out. So that's the main thing, is all the subscribe button does, and clicking on the notification bells. All that really does is just alert you that my new videos are coming out, so you'll get them, and then you'll have them in a timely fashion, and you won't have to go searching for them. That's all. There's nothing else involved with hitting the subscribe button, and it also helps me too, because the more subscribers I have, more people will come by, because they'll be excited and they'll say, wow, a lot of people are watching this channel. I'm going to watch it too. So it's a great thing. It helps me a lot if you subscribe, and I'm always enjoying your comments, everybody. Thanks so much for the great comments. In the comments section, a lot of insightful thoughts in there. A lot of people, I know you've really put some great ideas into the comment section for other people that can look at your comments and read them, and it helps them as an artist. So that's really great when you're putting in comments in the comment section about what we're doing, techniques, methods, subject matter, all these different things. It's excellent, because other artists are watching and looking in the comments section, and they're picking up all the great ideas that you have. So I appreciate everybody that's putting in interesting comments and positive things to say, because that really helps everybody, me and everybody else that's here, all of us together. Okay, so again, see you very soon. We'll be painting, and just maybe tomorrow we'll be painting and doing some exciting work with our palettes and paints and brushes. Until then, we'll sign off for now and see you tomorrow.